Gut, dann würde ich mal sagen, fangen wir jetzt einfach mal an. Es ist jetzt halt ein bisschen schade, dass jetzt Epic Games Launcher unseren Stream gecrashed hat. Das ist total geil, weil... ja. Gut, also, wir haben... Genau, wir haben ja das Spiel eigentlich schon zu Ende gespielt. Das Ding ist aber, man kann, nachdem man das Spiel zu Ende gespielt hat, nicht weiterspielen. Also man geht dann nicht weiter in die Open World, was ich wirklich, wirklich schade finde. Das heißt, man muss tatsächlich vor dem letzten Kapitel, bevor man das anfängt, spielen. Und das Gute ist aber, Obsidian hat sich, also die das entwickelt haben, die haben sich schon das gedacht, dass wirklich das letzte Kapitel soll das allerletzte Kapitel sein, auch wenn da nochmal ein DLC kommt. Das heißt, es gibt tatsächlich hier einen Speicherstand, der da wirklich auch heißt System Save, Point of No Return. Erst bevor man zu diesem letzten Kapitel geht, zu diesem letzten Planeten, wird hier ein Save angelegt. Ich glaube, man kann ihn auch nicht überspeichern, man kann ihn vielleicht löschen, aber das muss man schon dann mit Absicht machen. Ich bin mir aber gerade gar nicht sicher. Ich würde es jetzt jedenfalls nicht machen. Genau, und jedenfalls, der wird dann nicht von irgendeinem Autosave überspeichert, das ist ganz gut. Das heißt, ich habe den jetzt in der Vorbereitung aufgeladen und wir können jetzt einfach hier weitermachen an diesem Punkt. So. Genau. Dann sind wir jetzt hier auf der Unreliable wieder. Das Schlimmste war, als ich das beim letzten Mal gemacht habe, da hat ja Cloud Save auch schon wieder nicht funktioniert. Und da war ich dann plötzlich bei Level 9 und noch nicht mal vom ersten Planeten. Doch, ich war vom ersten Planeten runter, war zum ersten Mal im Raumschiff und habe hier auf der Groundbreaker angelegt. Voll super. Ganz viel Spaß gewesen. Genau, wir können jetzt hier mal weiterfliegen. Wir können jetzt zum Tartarus, was ja der allerletzte Planet ist. Ich würde sagen, machen wir nicht. Wir fliegen einfach mal wieder rüber zu Groundbreaker. Es ist auch eigentlich total egal, wohin man fliegt.
Greetings from the Halcyon Parcel Service. Delivery is guaranteed within standard margins of certainty. I've got a special delivery for Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. With your permission, I'll see it transferred to your ship.
Genau, weil egal was wir machen, bei der Reise, also außer wir fahren das letzte Kapitel, bei der letzten Reise, wenn wir ankommen, kriegen wir hier diese Nachricht von wegen so, hey, hier, wir haben Post für dich. Und ich so, ja, was ist es dann?
It's a parcel, ma'am.
Well, no shit. Und wir können sie ein bisschen ärgern. Are you sure it's not a package?
This is the Halcyon Parcel Service. We don't deal in packages.
What if I don't want it?
I am contractually obligated to deliver my cargo to the captain of the Unreliable under pain of fines, imprisonment, and censure by my superiors.
Okay. Then why did you ask for permission?
That's the HPS difference for you. Service with civility. Stand by, Captain Hawthorne. An HPS certified distribution technician has deposited the parcel into your cargo hold in accordance with hazardous waste disposal procedures.
They do what?
They dispense 3 complimentary spritzes of Anti-Cleo's Citrus Squirt Air Freshener. That's the HPS touch for you, Captain Hawthorne. On behalf of HPS, I'd like to remind you that HPS is not responsible for any damage, defacement, or unseemliness to your parcel. Thank you for your patience, and please remember HPS for all of your future parcel-related needs.
Sure. Genau, und hier habe ich natürlich wieder mehrere Möglichkeiten, wie ich das Gespräch verlassen kann. Kann Ihnen den Vogel zeigen. Sure thing. So, mir fällt gerade auf, dadurch, dass ich die Master Audio so runtergedreht habe, ist auch die Stimme sehr leise. Lass das doch mal wieder hochdrehen. Und wir stellen tatsächlich Musik, Effekte und Menü runter und lassen mal Voice auf dem höchsten. Wir testen das einmal kurz.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Das ist doch schon viel besser. Sagt hier.
Goodbye.
Alright. Dann lass mal hier rüber gehen. Ach ja, ich habe das Schiff vermisst. So, jetzt haben wir hier unser wunderbares Paket. Was ist drin? Es ist eine Hand. Und ein Telefon? Grammophon?
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose, top runger who just came into some money, was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna live to see the payday, might as well be you. Consider us even, old pal.
Well, that fellow certainly seemed trustworthy.
I've gotten jobs from some unusual sources, but this is a first. Congratulations, Captain.
I don't mean to sound prim, Captain, but there's gotta be a better way to ask someone to do you a favor.
I just want to say, we gotta take this job. This is the closest I ever been to starring in a serial drama. Only thing we're missing is a couple cameras and a soundtrack.
At least this won't be boring.
Yes. Ada, what the hell is going on?
Lucky Montoya owed Captain Hawthorne a considerable debt. I believe this is what humans refer to as payback. Captain, the message contains landing coordinates for a small asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. It was recently registered to a Wilhelmina Ambrose.
Okay. Who was this? Are we going to talk about the severed arm on the kitchen table?
Now, I, for one, was hoping to do the exact opposite of that.
What? Do you want to shake its hand?
Yeah, can we talk about the arm? I want to take bets on how the guy lost it. My money's on cannibals.
That ain't really that fella's arm, right? It's gotta be a dummy. Or a toy?
Well, I'm not cleaning it up.
Cleanup service request processed. Disposal of human arm from the Unreliable's cargo hold will commence in the immediate future.
Simulating disgust. How distasteful. Humans eat there. I'm not touching it. Etc. Lucky Montoya had a statistically significant tendency to encounter situations of extreme danger.
He liked to show off his battle scars. I get the feeling he won't be flashing this one around.
He was also the fourth best paid freelancer in the system.
Ooh. Only the fourth?
There are several hundred freelancers operating in Halcyon. Considering the numbers, Mr. Montoya ranked among the top percentile. This had less correlation with his measured aptitudes, which rank at or below average, than with a pattern of fortunate circumstances.
Any chances
Based
alive?
on the condition of the limb, I calculate a 92.7% chance that Mr. Montoya expired from his injuries.
Okay. So you're saying there's a chance?
There is what humans colloquially call a sprat's chance in a mantisaur's den. That is a very low chance, Captain. I have transferred the coordinates for Ambrose Manor to your navigation terminal. We can travel there when you are ready.
Ja, dann.
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me.
Okay.
Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. but something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose, top runger who just came into some money and was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna live to see the payday, might as well be you. Consider us even, old pal.
So. Ah ja, vermutlich werden wir jetzt nicht mehr an dem Shop vorbeikommen. Oh, den Shit kann man mal im E's noch da lassen. Weißt du was? Wir lagern einfach den ganzen Unsinn hier, weil ich habe den, glaube ich, noch nie eingesetzt. Like, seriously. So, was ist das hier? Ja, okay, sowas kann man doch noch halten. Achso, stimmt ja. Ich habe jetzt gar keine Ahnung, was unsere Ausrüstung so sagt. Was macht denn gerade unsere Ausrüstung? Inventory. Flamethrower. Plasma Rifle. Finn's Foes. Mind Control Ray. Okay. Machine Gun. Peril und Gorgon. Genau, wir nehmen nicht Ellie mit, sondern wir nehmen Nayoka mit. Genau, die hat da genug Schaden. Und... Oh, wir können auch einen Punkt vergeben. Sneak. Stand your ground. Was ist denn ihre Ability nochmal? Ich habe gar keine Ahnung mehr. Mega. Pavati. Ach so, Dings, sie war doch diesen krassen Dash gemacht. Könnten einfach ihr mehr Ability Damage geben. Ja. So, und Pavati, die hat auch noch einen Skill Point. Ja, das hier. Länger gestunt. So, das reicht mir eigentlich. Ich könnte auch noch Dinge lernen. Ne, damit warten wir. Oder warte. Perkpunkt? Oh, ich habe einen Perkpunkt frei. Was will ich dann haben? So, ne. Was ist das? Damage. Ja, machen wir doch dieses Confidence einfach. So. Okay. Also, speichern. Wir können doch mal kurz schauen, ob in dem PC jetzt irgendwas zu Graham zu finden ist. Graham. Nee, ich meine natürlich hier den Typen.
I like what you've done with the place. Kitschy collectibles are such a human inclination.
Ich finde schön, dass wir das anscheinend mitgenommen haben. Dieses Antibiotic Secret Lab 002. Wir haben uns gedacht so, ey komm, wir haben das entdeckt, wir nehmen das mit. Meins. Super witzig. Okay. Achso, nein, wir wollen ja nicht zu der Groundbreaker. Wir wollen jetzt nach Gorgon. Genau, hier sehen wir auch schon Typhon. Typhon ist dann der nächste DLC vermutlich. Oder Olympus. Also ein DLC gibt es ja noch tatsächlich. So, dann lass mal rausgehen. Und wir nehmen... Ja, nicht Ellie. Nee, okay. Also auch wenn Ellie ziemlich cool ist, muss ich schon sagen. Ganz genau, Gamehabler. Vorhin hat Epic Games Launcher einfach meinen Stream gecrashed. Ist das nicht fantastisch? Ist das nicht ein voll tolles Produkt?
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path.
Don't worry, little fella. We're mostly law-abiding folk. Oh no. We should check to see he's all right.
Been there, little guy.
This unit expresses dismay.
Are you right? Can I help you? Pavati? Pavati, wo bist du denn? Ah, da bist du. Willst du mir nicht helfen?
Yeah, huh? It's a shame about what happened to that lucky fella. Maybe finishing what he started will help put his spirit to rest.
Okay. You've poked around the unreliable. Ever find any record of Lucky Montoya?
Not a word. And I've been sticking my nose in every one of our stately ladies' crannies, stem to stern. Oh, law. That sounds untoward, don't it? That ain't what I meant. Point is, Captain, Mr. Hawthorne left all kinds of scribblings behind panels and under consoles, but ain't a lick of it mentioned Mr. Lucky. So whatever they got up to in the past must have been really extra secret. And lots of fun.
She's so cute.
Sure thing, Captain. It sure is lonely out here on the edge of the colony. Anything could happen. And ain't no one gonna come to help us.
Okay. Good talk. Ja, okay. Was sagst du denn so?
You know, I'd been assuming this entire stay on your ship thing isn't a permanent arrangement. Part of my contract? That said, you ain't been eaten or shot to death yet. Says a lot about the stability of your future. And to be honest, I'm about sick of sleeping on bar stools. So how's about this? You keep letting me stay on that ship of yours, and I'll keep shooting at the things you point at.
Sounds good to me.
Outstanding. What's up?
Let's talk about this Gorgon job.
Sure.
How are you feeling about that now?
Right now, I'm feeling like a canid following a trail of treats. Like I'm being misled at best. At worst, walking into a trap. Keep those eyes open, Captain.
Alright, that's all for now.
What's up?
Moin. Okay. Wir können dem Butler nicht helfen. Können wir jetzt rumschauen.
Watch out! Good job, Cap! Nice hit! done here?
So. Ja.
Making it look easy.
Alles mit. So. Fancy. Es ist so ein Zen-Garten. Ist ein bisschen Geld vergraben. Das finde ich nett. Okay, nett. Ein bisschen Geld, das kann doch nie schaden.
Those big empty windows. It feels like the building's watching me. Oh, Law, I'm getting goosebumps.
Keep your guard up. Could be all manner of surprises in there.
Okay. Was ein wunderbarer Teich. Mit Fischen. Ich finde schon mal die Stimmung super gut. Okay, bisschen unglücklich hier. Bisschen verlassen.
I take it back. Ain't nothing here but memories.
It's so empty. Oh, Captain, something here don't feel right.
Okay. Janitor. Food Service. Nochmal Food Service. Death Certificate. To Miss Wilhelmine Ambrose, this certificate affirms that you are the sole inheritor of the Ambrose estate, having drafted, filed, indexed, stamped and unstamped the necessary forms to declare your mother legally deceased. Congratulations and condolences. This has been a long time coming. Even without access to your full inheritance, you have grown Ambrose fortunes beyond the firm's wildest dreams. Bailey Clark, Estate Manager. Okay. Ist alles nix.
Great work.
So hier in den Logs. Recent activity. Domestic automechanical routines. User 1 browser attempted to log into the system. Final attempt fail. Locking the terminals for 5 days. Okay. Ambrose. Okay. Last automated check was error null date defined. Stock is spoiled. Please replenish. Woolly cow steak is spoiled. Mock apple spoiled. Okay. Sieht hier gar nicht so gut aus. Das mal mit. Die Türen gehen nicht auf. Okay, da geht's direkt weiter. Hier haben wir keine Tür übersehen. Schauen wir mal kurz, was hier oben ist. Ist das hier? Goodbye, Leute. Dearest mother and father, I've paced the halls of this gilded cage long enough. Since you won't permit me to help the family's business, I'm leaving to start a business of my own. Am I too young for such ambitions? Perhaps, but that is the risk you take when you fashion a daughter in your image. Byzantium will welcome me with open arms. Won't that be a new sensation? If I ever return, I'll be to claim my rightful spot at the head. It'll be to claim my rightful spot at the head of this family. Signed Minnie. Oh. Die sind nicht im Guten auseinandergegangen. Krasses Zimmer. Schöne Gläser. Wir 150 lockpicken können. Oh, das ist natürlich... Haben wir vielleicht irgendwie Lockpicking-Rüstung? Ah, leider nein. Okay, 150. Okay, da steht die Person, die wir treffen sollen. Selbe Türe. Das ist zu. Das Klo gefunden. Okay, da können wir doch nochmal in die Küche gehen.
Oh my law, this is just like that episode of Virginia Yang, Girl Detective, where the old fella dies and his nurse inherits his house. What if we find a body?
Think they've ever tried to use this while the fireplace was on?
Naoka mit den richtigen und wichtigen Fragen. Okay, personal terminal, Dr. Olivia Ambrose. Along that wilderness of glass, no swelling that winds may be, upon some far-off happier scene or havings that winds have been, on ceaseless hideously serene. EAP. Okay. Login. Select the user, Ambrose O. Logs. This morning I gave birth to a healthy child. Perhaps that's a strange distinction to call her healthy, but after all I've endured to finally meditate matters. That she exists at all against that odd matters. I will call her Wilhelmina after my late brother Willem. I hope the law is kinder to her than it was to him. I hope for many things, truthfully, that she be smart and shrewd, that she be strong, relentless, undeniable. Most of all, I hope for her a steel spine, that she does not bend when Halcyon would break her, that she would be stronger than I. Okay. Warte mal, wann ist das jetzt? Ah, einfach nur ein März danach, okay. I must find Minnie a wet nurse. She demands to be fed throughout the day and night, and I simply cannot get a single thing done. The nurse will need to be exceptional, smart, educated of means. Minnie must have the best start if she's going to survive the pit of vipers that is the Byzantium elite. Then there's the matter of a governess. I can't watch the child constantly. Not if I'm to do my work. How soon must I begin looking? Naturally, she'll have to be exceptional as well, and exceptional Byzantines don't exactly grow on trees. I will persuade Harvey to investigate this for me. The man has little else to do. Okay, 5 Jahre später, im November. I don't understand how anyone of ambition has time to keep a journal. I certainly don't. Yet here I am, indulging myself. Minnie's influence, I no doubt. Her behavior concerns me. She's clingy, emotional. At 5, she should be starting to show some personality, not crying for her mother when I leave for another stint on Gorgon. This must be the fault of Mary, her governess, as Minnie certainly didn't learn this behavior from me. I have to fire the woman. It's clear she's not capable of instilling in Minnie a correct understanding of how to behave. Harvey despairs of ever finding a governess who meets my preposterous standards. He and I went in circles on the issue for hours, but he came around to my thinking eventually. Why shouldn't I want what's best for my daughter? Maybe I'll fire him too. Das ist die Frage, ob das ihr Ehemann ist oder einfach tatsächlich jemand, den sie feuern kann. Okay. 12 Jahre später. Wow. Die hat echt keine Zeit für ein Journal. I'm at my wits' end with Minnie. At 13, she should have already mastered basic chemistry, physics, and mathematics, but she can barely handle long division. She struggles to remember the simplest equations and formulas, no matter how many times the governess raps her knuckles. By the time I was her age, I'd already made dynamite in my grandfather's laboratory. The only thing Minnie's making explode is my head. Her father asked why we don't just send her to a boarding school, but I abhor the thought of her surrounded by those coddled idiots. More alarming still, she's begun to show an interest in Roman series and painting. She may have a strong grasp of color theory, and she shows some promise with watercolors, but surely that's the result of her education in spectroscopy, not any innate skill. What value has art, anyway? She gave me truly that dreadful painting of Francis this morning, and I haven't a clue what to do with it. Perhaps I'll stuff it in my desk. We'll have a good laugh over it when she's grown and finally come to her senses. Wow, diese Mutter ist suckt. Warte, wann ist das? 48, also nochmal 11 Jahre später. Das heißt, die gute Minnie sollte jetzt so 24 sein oder so. Lucian appeared at the manor this morning. I thought him here for me, to finally wring my neck after our latest tiff, but no, it was much worse than that. He'd come to speak to Minnie. No need to guess why. She's taken it upon herself to manage the household these last few years, since neither her family, father, nor I have the time, or frankly inclination. Under her watch, the staff's productivity has increased 35%, while reducing our costs an astonishing 67%. We've saved tens of thousands of bits. Harvey tipped Lucian off, I expect. Now he wants to bring her on to help manage the Gorgon facilities, which I refused over Minnie's vociferous protestations. She cried after he'd left. I only wish that I could tell her why. Das ist eine gute Frage. Warum denn nicht? Ich meine, wenn sie jetzt endlich mal in die Richtung geht, wie du willst, warum lässt du sie nicht tun? So, lass mal hacken. Oktober derselbe Jahr. How did I raise such a willful daughter? She's no longer requesting to join the project, but demanding. I'm ready. I can help you. It's what I want. She doesn't know what she's asking. Gorgon is not safe. Compound X is in air. It's infected the water and the food. It's no longer just a test subject and the laboratory tax in danger now. Even the general staff are beginning to feel its effects. Even I feel it. I'm tied up in knots. I know what I must do. The only way I can persuade her away, but it'll kill me to do it. Minnie, I'll say, you just don't have what it takes. You're too shallow, too simple, too weak. She hates me for it. I'm sure it'll destroy her. But it will work. She'll be safe. That's all I care about. Okay. 2 Jahre später, im Januar. Harvey's gone. His body's still alive, but the man I married is dead. He broke into my office and stole the last of my release candidate ampules. Busted the door to splinters in his withdrawal fury. I chartered a shuttle to bring him to the facility for medical care, even convinced Priantha to oversee the transfer. He didn't want to, was worried it wasn't safe, but I begged him. Harvey killed the shuttle crew. Priantha too, but the shuttle wouldn't take off without its pilot, and I couldn't stop his raging, so I left the ship on the landing pod for days. Watched him tear it to pieces with his bare hands. He lost a lot of blood. I brought him inside once he'd finally passed out and shoved him into a stasis solution tube. My work did this to him. I did this. I'll tell Lucian. Surely now he'll delay the release. Surely, after this. Okay. Scheint ja nicht so geiles Familienleben gewesen zu sein hier. Ja, direkt mal ein paar Dinge klauen. Okay. Dann, Mini. Ich glaube, wir sind bereit, dich zu treffen. Na, speichern wir mal. Ist ja immer vor Gesprächen speichern.
So who the devil are you?
Tolzara, Captain of the Unreliable.
You don't say. Well, make yourself at home, Captain. I'm sure we have much to discuss.
Do we
You see
know?
that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence. I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass. To Gorgon.
Solemn toast. To Gorgon.
To Gorgon. May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star. I'm Wilhelmina Ambrose, but you can keep it short and call me Minnie. Now, what brings you to my house, gorgeous? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages, the starry skies, or the pleasant company.
Oh, well. Na, wenn du weiter so rumsäuselst, dann vielleicht ja doch. I'm here about the severed arm.
A severed arm? How positively ghoulish. You know this is a private residence, not a curio shop?
Does the name Lucky Montoya mean anything to you?
Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer. Fascinating man. Very brooding and theatrical. Always staring into space and twirling a bullet over his knuckles. But if something happened to him... Oh dear. I suppose that makes him my former freelancer now?
Sorry about your loss.
Thank you. But the people in my orbit come and go all the time. Occupational hazard. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback.
Let me guess, you need someone to finish whatever Lucky started.
Excellent deduction. I can tell I found the right woman for the job. How would you like to be my new freelancer? There's been a recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to the job.
You offer work to everyone who breaks into your home? Must be some kind of Byzantine tradition I ain't know about.
You're awful quick to trust a bunch of strangers that broke into your home.
I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Gorgeous.
I like my employees well-groomed. Appearances are everything in high society.
Ich muss auch sagen, ich finde ihre Weste ziemlich nice. Unlikely I'm to wind up like your old freelancer.
The man lost an arm. What are the odds of that happening twice? Of course, Gorgon is a treacherous place, and my own family's involvement with it has been fraught. Allow me to lay out the facts, and you can decide for yourself if you want to be my chief investigator. My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant, the top scientist in her field, until tragedy struck.
I'm not surprised. Spacer's Choice, one big accident waiting to happen. Go on.
One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble or risk getting left behind. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives. Mother... never made it home. I'm told she wasn't the only casualty that fateful day.
It must have been real hard on you, losing your mother all of a sudden like that. I'm sorry to hear it, ma'am.
Thank you. Ambrose ladies are supposed to be resilient to the unexpected, but this was especially hard on me. Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon, and I just know they're lying.
So, what did they say about her?
Everything you can imagine and more. Dereliction of duty, circulating anti-corporate memos, taking longer than average coffee breaks. The list goes on. Mother would not have allowed Project Gorgon to fail. Something happened on that asteroid, and my family took the fall for it.
Und willkommen zurück, Halietos. What did you send Loki to find?
The truth. Mother is gone, Gorgon is silent, and I deserve answers.
As to what end?
That will depend on what we learn. The scope of this cover-up is enormous. Whatever Spacer's Choice is hiding could bring ruin down on their heads. Or it could just be another dead end. We won't know till we look, will we?
Tell me about your mother.
I admired Mother, but we weren't close. She disapproved of everything about me, really. I couldn't measure up to her example. She didn't make time for us. I remember thinking that she never wanted a child, and never forgave me for being one. Naive and irresponsible as I was.
Das ist schon ein mieses Gefühl, wenn du glaubst, deine Mutter wollte nie ein Kind und dass sie eigentlich auch nicht gut findet, dass du ein Kind bist. Yikes, what did you want? Fully grown lab assistant?
I don't know what would have made Mother happy. After a while, I stopped trying to find out.
Did you ever get along?
We got close once. When I was a child, I enjoyed looking over Mother's shoulder, playing backseat chemist while she peered into a microscope. One day, she told me to leave before I broke something. Then, I got mad and broke something. Typical night in the Ambrose house.
Oh, that hurts my heart to hear, ma'am. My dad was real dedicated to his work, too, but he always let me help. Made me feel, I don't know, special. Like I had something to offer. I wish you could have had that with your mother.
Mother and Gorgon were made for each other. I had the misfortune to be stuck in the middle.
Ich mag die Voice-Actorin. Und ich finde es mal wieder gut, dass ich Pavati mit habe. Die einfach so schöne Geschichten dazu erzählen kann. What do you think happened on Gorgon?
I don't know. And Spacer's Choice won't say. They don't discuss anything that tarnishes their brand. Gorgon has a dark history. The project fell apart. Personnel were shuffled across the system. With Mother gone, now I'm all that's left.
Where's your father in all of this?
Father lost more than his job on Gorgon. I'll say no more than that. The asteroid may look like a glittering jewel, but I assure you the resemblance ends there. Gorgon is poisonous to the core. One might even say cursed. I need your help, Captain. Project Gorgon killed Mother and disgraced the Ambrose name, and no one has been held accountable. Spacer's Choice buried the past like a dirty secret.
Am I interested in justice, revenge, or both?
Neither. It's vindication I want. Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. I simply need the evidence to prove it. We're going to drag the truth, kicking and screaming, into the light. Even if it means bringing ruin and humiliation to Spacer's Choice. All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old research facility.
If it helps you get some closure, I'll find a journal.
You do all that for me? I was hoping you'd take the job, but I didn't expect you to care.
Spooky asteroid, dangerous mission. I'm not gonna miss out on that fun. You shouldn't have to suffer for the action of Space's choice.
I believe you're the first person to ever side with me against the corporation. It's a refreshing change. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness from squirming in through the cracks.
What did you tell Lucky about this job?
I told him everything I've told you. Just the facts. Maybe a couple of harmless embellishments. Why?
I'm trying to calculate the odds of this gig getting me killed.
It's sure to be 100% with that attitude. Still, you're smart to ask. Lucky spent most of our time together spinning a pistol around his index finger. Not sure he listened to any of my advice.
More bravado than talent, huh? I know the type.
He had an aura of rugged individualism that was quite charming. Not that it helped him in the end. But you won't let me down, will you, Captain?
Never. I'll try not to, since it's my life on the line.
That's the spirit. There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his trail, that would be the place to start.
Ought to stop in and taste the local flavor.
Oh, you think maybe they got a little mascot? Like a sprat in a tiny hat?
Just so we understand each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that sound?
Sounds good. What's a catch? There's always a catch.
The catch? No one's ever done this before, and the only person who tried is a corpse. Believe me, that's enough. Here's your nav key, Captain. Safe travels.
Alright. Oh, you don't need to hear this from me, but I'm sorry about your mother. Yes.
Spacer's Choice should be the one apologizing, but... thank you. Sincerely. A word of advice before you go, Captain. Trust no one. Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage anything that isn't nailed down. I only want what's mine.
Mysterious heiress, unexpected gainful employment. It's like something out of a detective serial.
Salvage rights and a paycheck? This is almost too good to be true.
Alright. Let's get going, ladies. Så. Ouch. Liegt der Roboter eigentlich da immer noch? Au. Au. Gut.
This unit is under construction. Thank you for your patience.
Okay. So. Kitchen keycard. Daily routine. Sweep the tranquility garden for Mrs. Olivia. All the fish for Mr. Harvey. Repeat. When they hired me as a groundskeeper, I assumed there'd be grounds to keep. I'm not even allowed inside the manor. Everyone told me the Ambrose family keeps to themselves, but there are a bunch of hermits, save for the little one. Guess I ought to find a hobby. Mr. Harvey dropped his keycard in a pond. I'll hold on to it in case he ever comes looking, but I won't go near the house. Wouldn't want to get between Mrs. Olivia and her research. Okay. Das ist vermutlich dann der Grund, warum wir hier den Küchenschlüssel haben. Bereit.
Structural damage detected. For structural damage. Error.
So. Warte mal, kann man...
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Ne.
I'll be here.
Ich hätte gehofft, dass ich irgendwie sie nochmal über Lucky ausfahren kann, aber nö. Gorgon
We are
Landing
now
Pad.
in orbit above Gorgon.
Yay.
You think I could hire myself out to ships in need someday? Be my own mechanic, like how Ellie's her own doctor? I wonder sometimes. I hope we can help Miss Minnie uncover what happened to her mother. I wouldn't wish the pain of not knowing on hardly anyone.
Okay. So, dann... Müssen wir ausgehen. Jetzt bin ich hier echt mal gespannt. Ja, eigentlich hieß es doch gerade so, dass hier keiner mehr auf Gorgon ist und plötzlich können wir da Räume mieten. Aber es ergibt Sinn, weil es wäre sonst ein bisschen schwierig auf einem leeren Planeten. Also weil genau, der DLC soll so 8 Stunden Spielzeit nochmal reinbringen. Das heißt, wenn man will, kann man das an einem Wochenende mal eben durchspielen.
Wow. Look at those stars. Don't it make you feel small in the best way?
Guck mal, da drüben waren wir gerade. Okay. Dann erstmal hier Landepad. Anschauen. Fehlt noch irgendwas Spannendes. So ein paar Kisten. So, mal eine Kiste. Ne. Au. Hübsch hier wieder mal. So. Sell Junk, bitteschön, dankeschön. Kann man noch irgendwas verkaufen, was wir nicht brauchen? Okay. Echo. Das ist tatsächlich eine Person? Krass. Hübsch. Wally unterwegs. So, wunderbar. Schon mal direkt wieder alles mit Klauen angefangen. Ich kenne das ja. Ich mache hier in dem Spiel nichts anderes als ständig Leute beklauen.
Nice.
Irgendwo war es doch gerade hier. Okay. Du hast nichts gesehen. Ich auch nur ein paar Spreads hier. So. Sehr schön. Schein kann ich auch mich einfach hinter ihm stellen und alles wieder von ihm klauen. Ohne dass er es merkt. Und wir müssen definitiv besser Lockpicken lernen. Oh, warte mal, da ist noch ein. So. Speicher. Ich würde sagen, hat alles gut funktioniert. Hey du.
You looking for supply, stranger?
Not anymore.
Let's stock up here. If you run low on bullets out in Gorgon's far reaches, there ain't no one around here liable to help you out. Let me know if you're looking for something particular.
I'll do. So this is a Gorgon.
You mean you came out to this asteroid without knowing nothing about it? Me too. Heard it was wild here and couldn't resist. Trouble is, if you wander off to somewhere you oughtn't be, like way out in Gorgon's farthest reaches, odds are slimmer of your bits finding their way to my pockets. If you want my advice, stick close to the Sprat Shack, unless you fancy having your limbs torn off and eaten.
Give him your best unimpressed look.
You okay? Does your stomach hurt or something? Look, I ain't stopping you from wandering elsewhere. But if you do, be sure you watch out for the Marauders. That's the #1 thing. And the Mance, I guess. You watch out for Marauders, Mance, and Charles from accounting, and you'll probably be fine.
Okay, what about Charles? Who's Charles from accounting?
Only the meanest Marauder on Gorgon, and also anywhere else. That man is crazier than a bag of canids and twice as likely to bite. He will bust your head open like an overripe mock apple if he so much as sees you. I ain't joking. He'll snap you in half like stale bread noodles.
You're making me hungry.
Sorry. Been a minute since I last ate. Charles from accounting is like... Imagine if you took 3 of the most howling mad marauders you could find and mashed them together. That's Charles.
Alright. 0 times 3 is still 0. Pretty sure I've done that before.
That ain't right. Well, I warned you. If you run off and get exploded to death by a madman with a rocket launcher now, that's on you.
Alright. I bet Charles from accounting.
Yeah?
Why is he called that?
His name is Charles and he used to work in accounting?
I don't know what I was expecting.
Anything else you needed?
Yes. I take it that evacuation alarm isn't urgent.
Huh? Oh, you don't gotta worry about that. It's got something to do with that scrapped Spacer's Choice project from way back. Damn alarm's been hollering at us for 5 years if it's been a day. You know, I don't dream anymore. It's all, please evacuate in an orderly fashion.
Should I turn it off?
I won't stop you if you want to have a go at it. But so you know, it's gonna take more than giving that control terminal a good old-fashioned pummeling. I know, because even Von Hoffman couldn't bash it in. And I seen that tough son of a gun throw a man clean across the Sprat Shack one time like he were a toss ball.
Good to know. What can I tell me about Project Gorgon?
Only that Spacer's Choice shut it down in a big hurry. From what I heard, some of their folks got left behind even. Don't seem like the project ended well.
Right. About Charles from accounting. Where did he say he was again?
The Marauder camp way out to the east. That's what I heard, at least. And I sure hope you're asking so you can keep a safe distance away.
Nope. We're going to kill him.
Found a pickaxe in the mine like none I've ever seen before. Could be awful useful if you're the violent type.
Dann schauen wir doch mal. Was hat er denn? Handy deconstruction. The original brand name auto unfortunate. Never caught on. It's a special gun weapon, but I don't think is good. Nee, dann lassen wir das einfach, weil ich brauche das nicht. Ja. So. Okay, das heißt, wir könnten da hier noch mehr Stuff klauen. Okay. Das heißt, da geht's einfach hoch. Lass mal schauen. Ich will mal noch schauen, was es hier noch so gibt. Hier noch kann man ein bisschen Unsinn mitnehmen. Geht's einfach die Dings hoch. Und das hier. Ah, okay, ich wollte gerade sagen, das hier ist zu, aber das ist gar nicht zu.
This place is starting to remind me of home.
Yes. I know what you mean. Okay. So. Okay, alles geklaut. Die Terminals sind leider nicht aktiv, das heißt, wir können sie nicht verwenden, um herauszufinden, was hier passiert sein soll. Ich ärgere, dass wir hier überall diese Lockpicking 150 Dinger haben und sie nicht aufmachen können. Komm, das ist einfach. Das Ding ist, ich weiß auch gerade gar nicht mehr, ob wir das noch erreichen können, die 150. Ich weiß nicht, wie viel irgendwie noch hochleveln können.
Gosh, that's clever. Wow, you got that?
This is so stupid. Georgie, you asshole. What are you doing? Hey, you got those drinks? Don't tell me it's Glacial Age again.
When did you become this picky? Beer's beer. Hey, what are we celebrating anyway?
1 year on assignment. Only 10,000 more to go.
No shit. And that makes it 1 year trapped in this goddamn closet.
1 year getting chewed out by Olivia Ambrose for doing our jobs.
1 year drinking stolen beer.
And 1 year as partners. In crime. Partners in crime.
Hey, you okay? Your face is all red.
Aww.
Let me get you some water. Hold on.
Partners, Georgie? Are you out of your mind? Get it together!
So cute. Lass mal reden mit dem hier. Was auch immer du bist hier.
This unit is currently in wait cycle. Please return later.
Okay.
Error. Tilt alarm engaged. Entering emergency reconciliation mode. Please do not kick this unit. It has not been programmed to wish you harm. This unit is currently in wait cycle. Please return. Error. This unit, please. Error. This unit is please.
Oh, da war was anderes diesmal.
Error. Tilt. Oh. Calamity. This unit, please. Error. Oh. This you please. Error. Oh. This you please. Oh. This you please.
Ah, schade.
Error. Oh.
Ich hätte gehofft, wenn man uns ein paar Mal kickt, dass dann was anderes passiert.
Hell of a shot.
Okay. Nee, das machen wir nicht. Okay, wenn man den nicht tilten kann, dann nicht. Ich hätte jetzt gehofft, dass man vielleicht noch irgendwie irgendwas mit ihm machen kann. Man kann ihn aber viel zu leicht erschießen.
Like wrapped among the rocks.
Oh, okay. Nee, das war auch nicht so gedacht. Weil dann ist er bestimmt aggressiv. Okay, dann gehen wir jetzt einfach hier raus und keine Ahnung. Achso, stimmt, wir könnten den noch kurz. So, dann haben wir jetzt erstmal mit ihm gesprochen. Das heißt at least something. Road a crack shot. Road a break. Okay. So was. Ah, da ist noch einer.
And we're stalking, and we're stalking. Here we go! It's up to us now, Captain! No, wait! No! Stop! Thank you! Hey!
Hallo? Kannst du mal wieder mit der Deckung hervorkommen? Okay. So. Und irgendwo ist doch noch einer gestorben. So. Wir hatten hier 4 Feinde. Da ist einer, da vorne einer und eigentlich müsste doch hier noch einer sein, oder? Oder haben wir den zu sehr zersäbelt, dass wir den nicht mehr finden? Schade.
Easy.
So viel zum Looten. Ich mag diesen Planeten. Genau, hier waren wir. Dann gehen wir mal hier noch hoch. Vielleicht findet sich... Ah ja, genau, da oben findet sich jetzt auch was. Good. Ouch. Oh. Da hat jemand mit seinem Kopf gebüßt. Ha. Okay. Das müssen wir irgendwie deaktivieren. Okay. Ja, später. Kommen wir bestimmt nochmal vorbei. Eigentlich sollten wir nicht zuerst in die Wildnis gehen, sondern erstmal hier die NPCs mal besuchen. Quest schauen und mal auch die tatsächlich, also weil wir haben ja diese eine Quest, die wir machen müssen und die fängt ja auch in der Sprite Shack an, von daher vielleicht gar kein schlechter Move dort zuerst anzufangen. Gorgon, a spacer's choice property. Check electricity rationing bill. 9,000. Okay, return. Shipment history. Outgoing shipments. Shipment. Blah blah. Perseus. Load of port of load. Gorgon. Port of discharge. Edgewater. 2000 Kartons von irgendwas. Redacted. Okay. Nach Stellar Bay sind 100 Redacted gegangen. Und 2 Tonnen Erz von irgendwas Redacted. Okay. Das hört sich nicht so gut an. Und was ist denn angekommen? 25 Volunteers. Mhm. Das hört sich... Von Tartarus. Okay, Tartarus, für die Leute, die es nicht wissen, ist hier der Gefängnisplanet, ne? Das sind bestimmt ganz Freiwillige, ja. Okay, mal schauen, was da noch so gibt. Außerdem 2000 schwere Munition, 500 leichte, 3 Security Squads. Okay. Okay. Say your per employee sanction messaging system. Friendly reminder, your messages are company property. Unauthorized reproduction, distribution or deletion of GIMSI content may result in early termination of your employment contract. Please select from the following options. Incoming. Somewhere from Mostly C. To Trendy from Mostly C. Various observations on the argosy rate of export with a reprimand. Mr. Tran, are you aware of the concept of relativity? This is a rhetorical question. I'm aware that Space's choice training does not include business philosophy in its curriculum. Consider this a remedial education. Broadly, relativity is an economic idea that describes productivity in terms of relationship. For example, from your point of view, the argosies, your freight depot export shipments at a perfectly reasonable rate. However, from the point of view of your enterprising colleague, the Argosy's freight depot export shipments at a positively pathetic rate. If a single one of your colleagues is capable of 3 times your productivity, then relative to your colleague, the Argosy freight depot is a failure. The rubric of your success is measured relative to your fastest, strongest, and most productive colleagues. Do you understand? Please take a moment to consider the contents of this message and commit them to your heart. Furthermore, please select one of the following reprimands below and append it to your permanent record. Receiving an official reprimand on your permanent record. You have violated the Space's choice code of conduct, and which will result in an official reprimand. Okay, super. Okay, ich hätte B gewählt. Was hättet ihr gewählt, wenn ihr eins davon wenn eins davon in euer Führungszeugnis reingeschrieben werden müsste? Was nehmt ihr? Nicht akzeptabel nach Spacer's Choice Standards, relativ zu einem Kollegen, oder ihr kriegt 2 Reprimands, weil ihr gegen den Code of Conduct von Spacer's Choice verstoßen habt, wo es drin steht, dass ihr keine Verstöße bekommen dürft. Dafür bekommt ihr dann einen erneuten Verstoß gelistet. Das finde ich sehr schön. Das ist ein gutes System, bestimmt. To Reynard, so from 10D efficiency. Buddy, I don't understand how you managed to log 3 times the number of shipments I do out of that miserable shack you call an office, but you need to cut it the fuck out. Mostly been spoken at the Argosy's ship rate numbers again, and now he's starting asking why Lewis and I can't pack as quickly together as you can alone. I'm thinking maybe I should tell him you're dipping into the supply of the prototype adrenatime. I don't think he'd like that, do you? Shit, maybe you are. If that's the case, well, maybe you ought to come lend me and Lewis a hand when we load up the next haul of test subjects' corpses. Get yourself a real good view of what Chem's Wonder Drug does. Okay. Und sonst haben wir noch eine Nachricht von Velasquez. Antran. Dom, you gotta help me out. The Monarch delivery's gone MIA. Now the big guy corporate is messaging my personal terminal looking for answers. Not mostly, not good fella, that seersucker suit wearing mother lover from Byzantium Bancroft. Your cousin still works in Cascadia, right? Do you think you could hoof it over to Stellar Bay and just, I don't know, poke around the port and see if it's there? The shipment's idea is Z42MLATXY, the transport we packed last week. I know it's a lot to ask, and you know how I feel about begging for handouts, but I swear to the law, if I looked out my door, that Bancroft guy be there in the street slapping a wrench against his palm like a mob boss in one of those bootleg serials from Groundbreaker. Please, man, you know how fond I am of my kneecaps. Yes, well, kneecaps are pretty nice to have. Ich bin ja noch ein bisschen gespannt. Was musst du? Man kann hier 9000 Bits zahlen für irgendwas. Ich habe bloß keine Ahnung, für was das ist. Deswegen lasse ich es mal, weil ich eigentlich keinen Bock habe, 9000 Bits für irgendwen Scheiß zu zahlen. Nee, habe ich nicht. So. Eine Spread weniger. Ich glaube, Spread ist halt echt nur ganz stumpf die Abkürzung von Space Red. Ah, Spread Check. Dann lass mal reingehen. Vielleicht finden wir was.
Come here. Let's have a chat.
Ja, ich komme ja gleich. Du siehst mich da, ne? Das ist ein bisschen unpraktisch. Ich würde gerne einen Shit klauen.
Don't want to chat? Fine. You're on my list now, bub.
Was denn? Komm doch gleich.
Got it. Heads down.
So, speichern. So, lass das mal reden.
All right, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Starting now.
Ich kann leider die Antwort nicht sehen, die ich geben dir soll. Keep looking into his eyes.
Good. Look up. Now look down.
Keep looking. You have pretty eyes.
Thank you. Got him from my mother. You're doing swell. Now, name and occupation.
Toronto, captain of the unreliable.
Good enough for me. You're cleared to pass. That was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be drooling, cursing, and making a mess of the place. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. You can head on downstairs.
Alright. What did you mean when you said people had changed?
Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to comb the ruins and make their fortune. The ones who come back, they aren't always the same men or women who left. They change. Never for the better.
What happens when people change?
First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they soiled themselves, on account of how they soiled themselves. After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. Seen it happen myself. It's never pretty.
Okay, what exactly am I?
This is the Sprat Shack, the most remote watering hole in the system. Rule number 1, no fighting. Rule number 2, wipe your feet on the way downstairs. We're the only hospitable place on this rock. I want to keep it that way. That's why we have rule number 3. When people change, they stay outside, where they belong.
Let me ask you something else.
Just don't ask me to dance.
Why not? I wanted that to. What do you do around here?
Bouncer, bodyguard, law enforcer. I make sure the Sprat Shack gets only the highest caliber of clientele.
That's us.
Well, I hope you look the other way just this once.
We get a lot of brand-loyal corporate types, and a lot of cutthroat freelancer types. Both sides have their share of dirty scoundrels. And I hate dirt.
Because it's coarse and rough and goes into every... lassen wir das. What kind of people come to this Spread Shack? Yeah.
This is a sublight bar, so most of our regulars come to plunder the old labs. The facility's locked up behind miles of red tape, so progress is slow. A lot of time to drink and reevaluate, then venture out and try again.
Mm-hmm. What do you know about Gorgon?
Something bad happened here. Spacer's Choice was developing chemicals. The kind with nasty side effects. Marauders outnumber the rest of us 10 to 1. Either they came from Gorgon, or something draws them here. I don't know which is worse. This place is under a dark cloud, stranger. That's all I know. If you want the history of the Sprat Shack, talk to Lex behind the bar.
Alright. See you around.
Watch yourself out there.
You too, pretty eyes. You too.
Oh, ugh. This place smells like Felix's birth.
Been an age since I had a good trip of kale. Hope they've got it on tap.
Mal schauen, was. Ich hätte es witzig gefunden zu sehen, was Felix dazu sagt.
You're a humbug, Trixie, and worse, a thief.
I can't steal what's lawfully mine, you tangle-footed dimwit.
Break it up, you two. I've heard more than enough of your shit for one day.
Ah, schön. Wir können hier wieder stehlen. Nicht ganz so viel, wie ich kurz gehofft hätte, aber ein bisschen. Schön. Lager leer. Bisschen Müll verkaufen. So viele Sprats hier.
Hell of a job.
So. Noch oh, was geht das Sprite jetzt hin? So, dann dir auch noch gute Nacht, schlaf gut und Traum schönes, schön, dass da war was Gamer Blog. Bis bald mal wieder.
Are you my agent on the ground? I've been sent to meet a certain someone about a certain piece of merchandise. They're supposed to use a secret code phrase.
Can't help you. I'm just here to drink.
That's the code phrase. It is you.
Quiet down. You're making a scene. Soon as I sober up, I'm heading back to the ruins.
This rock ain't much to look at, but it's our rock.
Ist das nicht schön? Also daran merkt man mal, wenn man wirklich so Passphrases haben will, dann sollte man sie vielleicht so verwenden, dass sie nicht fishy sind. Und dass sie nicht irgendein Depp verwenden kann.
Where am I anyway? This doesn't look like Byzantium.
Well, maybe that's because it's not Byzantium, you know?
Welcome to the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be?
Whiskey, feeling refined.
Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage.
Sure. Buying leads.
Even if I did, I ain't supposed to play favorites. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. You're the first new face I've seen in a while.
You know anyone by the name of Lucky Montoya?
Lucky? Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road.
Good to know. What did you mean by dramatic?
Lucky fancied himself some kind of hotshot fixer. He talked a big game. All bullshit, of course. Awful shame about what happened to him.
Oh. I know about the severed arm, but the rest is a mystery.
You know about that? Huh. Word must travel fast around these parts. Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off.
Go on.
Get this. The canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm.
I didn't know it belonged to Lucky.
Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp.
Why bother sending the arm at all?
I figured Hawthorne would want to know what happened to his pal. Help Lucky get his affairs in order, you know.
It's awfully
I
nice
hate
of
to
you.
see people go with unfinished business.
That's awfully nice of you. The arm made it to me. I'm Hawthorne's next of kin, sort of.
No kidding. And now you're here? Colony feels smaller than you'd think some days. I'm glad I was here to see this confluence of events, you know? The stars really aligned on this one. And here I am, smack dab in the middle.
Where was Lucky staying?
3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me.
Alright, thank you. So you run this place?
Yes and no. The Sprat Shack used to be a shipping and receiving warehouse during the old Project Gorgon days. When Spacer's Choice pulled their guys off-world, Sublight moved in to salvage what we could, and they put me in charge.
Huh. So, Sublight owns the Sprat Shack now, and are dwarves real? Vielen Dank. Thanks for the follow. So you started Peril and Gorgon, and yes, I. Or did you? Do you mean the Outer Worlds? Game in general, yes, I love this game. I really, really love this game, and Parvati is my absolute favorite, and I will do anything for her. Just saying. I did the whole quest line. It's pretty long, but I liked it. I loved it. Best quest line ever. So yeah, so I'm really enjoying the game, and this is the new DLC. Peril in Gorgon. What's the name again? In Gorgon. On Gorgon. It should be on Gorgon, but why do I remember in Gorgon? No, it's on Gorgon. Okay. I just misremembered. Yeah, so definitely I really like this, and I was really happy that I got to play the DLC. Yeah, I should mention this is I got the key for free from the developers, so this is why I said I got to play the DLC. Okay, so Sublight now owns the Sprat Shack now.
Yes and no. Rumor has it there's a Sprat wandering around the Groundbreaker, and he's the legal owner of the Sprat Shack. Hagen's idea.
Well, chances are that I killed that Sprat because I killed most of them. They're asking why Sprat owns his bar.
See, Hagen didn't want a paper trail that led back to her, so she gave the bar to the Sprat. If there were any legal problems with this place, the Sprat would do the time.
You think a Sprat could own Edgewater? Oh, imagine one wearing Mr. Thompson's little hat!
Anyway, that's what the paperwork says. I don't make the rules.
Yeah, that's why why most laws say natural person and not just something. Thanks, man. Time to grind it. I got on Game Pass. Didn't mind buying DLC when I got 100% it. No problem. Enjoy your evening or day wherever you are. Yeah. By the way, there will be another DLC coming sometime, probably next year. I think it was in the first quarter of 2021, if I remember it correctly. But I might mistake it for some other DLC. I'm really looking forward to it, because then I'll get to play it again. How would you even know which Sprat's the right one?
Easy. His name's Matt. The beautiful thing is, no one can tell Matt Sprat apart from an ordinary vermin. I think that's kind of the point, to send the authorities on a wild Sprat chase.
What happens if Ethel Gabler turns him into Spratwurst?
Never thought about that. Shit, someone could have eaten my boss. As far as business arrangements go, this one's a head scratcher, but they say it's all above board, so that's what matters.
This place is choice mine that you're squatting in their warehouse.
Yes and no. We're doing a lot more than squatting. We're classing up the joint, keeping the riffraff outside where it belongs. They didn't even serve drinks until I arrived. Talk about wasted potential.
Can you answer any question without starting with yes and no?
Yes. And no.
Wunderschön.
Again, that one was Hagen's idea. She told me that speaking in vague terms keeps you out of trouble. And I don't want any trouble in my place.
Herrlich. How do you get supplies in and out?
Thirsty people come and go from all over the colony. Mostly on the way to somewhere better. Some are well connected. And not everyone pays with bits. That's how we get the unconventional goods anyhow. Sublight keeps us well stocked with the essentials, by which I mean booze.
So, what do you know about Gorgon?
Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an old gym sock. They say Adrenatime came from here, just down the road at the old R&D lab. Very hush-hush back in the day.
Any idea why Spacer's Choice shut Gorgon down?
I doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. Grunts and lab coats scrambled to get anywhere but Gorgon. And the weirdest thing of all, Adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touched the stuff. To each their own, but I think it's dangerous.
Also, I think the reason why you don't hear a lot about the game is, I mean, it's an RPG with a limited timeline. Like, there you have, I think it was 40 hours or something. Oh, let's see, how long to beat the Outer Worlds? Or something around that time. Yeah, completion is 35 hours. So it's a very short RPG in comparison to other games. So it was not as long as others. And yeah, so it was released a year ago. In 2 days it will be released on Steam. So maybe you will hear more about it soonish. But yeah, I think that's the gist of it. It's been a few days since it's been released. Would any of your regulars have more information about Gorgon?
Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. I trust him well enough. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the second floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab.
Sounds good. What's Roscoe's salary?
He's been here since opening day. I think he told me he was some kind of journalist. He got left behind when Spacer's Choice pulled out. And I guess no one's coming to get him.
Dann schlaf gut, Lana. War schön, dass du da warst. Und bis zum nächsten Mal, ne? Who was it? You looking out for him?
Roscoe's drinks are on the house. We all know how it feels to get left behind. He'll be all right. He's with the family now, and we take care of our own.
Why did you get left behind?
He didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. I'm his bartender, not his human resources rep. If you believe the chatter, a lot of good folks got left behind, and a lot of bad folks made it out. Sometimes that's all there is to it.
What can you tell me about Lenora?
Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She isn't with Sublight, but seems to know the lay of the land better than anyone. She spends most of her days drinking alone. I think she's looking to hire someone. If you're open to a side gig.
Sure. Do you know if she spoke with Lucky?
Now that you mention it, I thought I saw those two sharing stories over a pint. Didn't think twice about it. I don't speak ill of the dead, but Leonora deserves better company. That Lucky was no good for her.
Thanks for the tip.
What are friends for, eh?
Sure, let's be friends. Savages must be making a fortune of Gorgon.
Damn right we are. We've got drugs, scrap metal, prototype weapons, drugs, money, and more drugs. When Spacer's Choice evacuated, everyone dropped their gear and ran. Most of it stayed where it fell, and all of it is up for grabs. Of course, the real treasure is whatever's locked up in the old facility. Until someone figures a way to crack it open, we're just sifting through dirt.
No further questions?
You got it, bub.
Okay.
Or maybe a sugar sprat pie? Damn it. We're out of those.
Okay. Wir haben 52% Discount bei denen. Richtig gut. Okay, lass mal hier in den dritten Stock hochgehen. Oh, wir könnten noch zuerst noch mit den Freddy und Trixie. Lass mal Freddy und Trixie noch reden.
That was my salvage, Trixie. You had no right to it then, and you've no right to it now.
I risked my life sneaking around Marauders to claim that wreck. And I didn't see your name on it.
Now you've done it. Eat fist!
All right, that's enough! This is a family establishment! You want to make a mess? You make it outside!
But this was personal, Lex. It's a question of salvage. That wreck was gonna make me a fortune.
Now you two listen, this is my place. While you're in the Sprat Shack, you'll sit quietly or I'll forbid you to come here at all. Is that understood?
Here, here. Boys are for drinking. The poor decisions that result are better left outside.
Fair's fair. I'll have a stout, and we'll settle this later on our own terms.
It's no good to leave a fight unresolved. If I don't do something, these two are gonna be at each other's throats.
Hallo Katzenauge. Schön, dass du da bist. Wie geht's dir denn? Und kennst du schon die Outer Worlds? Wir spielen gerade den neuen DLC. I could intervene if you like.
You'd do that for me?
Sure. Sure, it's kind of what I do for everyone.
I appreciate it all the same. You'll be paid for your time and expertise, of course. Freddy, Trixie, go on and make your case to the generous stranger.
I'll start, seeing as I'm the one who's been most wronged in this equation.
I'll hear. State your names for the tavern.
Oh, very formal. Freddy the Scab, freelancer for Sublight Salvage and Shipping, same as my father before me.
Junkyard Trixie, also a salvage freelancer, though I've been at it longer than Freddy.
So, just up the road and due east of here, there's a shipwreck lodged in the mountainside, right? I staked my claim on that wreck. Then I wandered in for a drink. An hour later, Trixie swaggers in bragging about her salvage. Ugh, the nerve of some people.
So. Freut mich, Katzenauge. Ich finde das Spiel nämlich auch sehr, sehr super. Hast ja vorhin schon erwähnt hier, Parvati. Ganz große Liebe. Das beste Companion überhaupt. So, how did you mark the claim?
I climbed on top of it and called out in my loudest voice, "Finders keepers!"
Well, Gentlex, is that illegal?
I don't know about legal, but it's legit by sublight standards. Assuming anyone was around to hear it, which we can't know for sure.
Someone must have heard me. They just ain't brave enough to step forward and admit it.
Okay, what's your side of the story, Trixie?
When I found the shipwreck, there were no salvage mark. See, the whole area was teeming with bloodthirsty marauders. So I snuck around and added my tag, clear as day, so no drunken idiots could claim the salvage out from under me, Freddy.
For the record, when I heard the marauders coming, I left. Trixie must have set her mark down after me.
Wait, did John? No, speaking out of turn, but I'll add it this once.
I kept my mouth shut during his story. He should have the courtesy to return the favor.
Yes, he should.
Anyway, that's my story, ma'am.
What mark did you leave on the salvage, Trixie?
I drew an X in the dirt. With my toe.
Können die nicht alle einfach ihren fucking Namen draufschreiben oder so ein Shit? Nein, ich hab rumgebrüllt. Nee, ich hab ein X mit dem C in den Dreck gemalt. Was soll das denn? Was ist das denn? Katzenauge, genau. Welcher Companion ist denn eigentlich dein liebster Companion? Couldn't the marauder have walked over it by now, or the wind blown away?
Wouldn't surprise me in the least. But that doesn't mean it ain't mine.
In all my years, I've never heard a more contentious argument. I don't envy your shoulders for bearing the weight of responsibility. You've heard it from them both. So, who gets the salvage?
Me. I get the salvage. Ich sag einfach mal, these idiots don't know how to take salvage, so I'll rule it in no one's favor.
That ain't no kind of fair.
She ain't even from around here, Lex.
Here's a six-pack on the house, plus your fee. Maybe now we'll finally get some peace around here for a change.
Das ist happening often.
A little too often if you ask me, but that's the sublight way. Anything worth doing is worth fighting over.
Got to be serious.
Come and chat if you're ever feeling thirsty.
That's my captain. Smooth talking, Cap.
Like, seriously, was war das denn? Und Priya, vielen, vielen Dank für deinen Raid und herzlich willkommen. Servus. Parvati, weil sie so frech ist. Sehr gute Wahl. Katzenauge.
You think the folks here like strangers? Because some of them are looking at us like maybe not.
Genau, herzlich willkommen an alle neuen Zuschauerinnen und Zuschauer. Schön, dass ihr da seid. Mein Name ist Gorgon. Wir spielen hier gerade The Outer Worlds, den neuen Peril und Gorgon DLC. Habe ich bekommen von den Entwicklern. Und genau. Ganz, ganz wichtig, wenn ihr den selber spielt, müsst ihr vor dem letzten Kapitel spielen. Aber nach Monarch. Knuddeln hört sich gut an. Schlaf du gut, Priya. Schön, dass du da warst und vielen, vielen Dank für dein Raid. Genau, dann einfach mal an die Leute, die jetzt dann noch da sind, hoffentlich. Wie war's dann bei der lieben Priya? Was habt ihr gemacht? Ja. Keine Ahnung, was dagegen, wenn ich Ratte kille. Sehr gut. Wer bist du denn? Bar Patron. So, you're essentially no one.
I heard a rumor the board is gonna shut this place down.
That'll never happen. This is a sublight bar.
So what?
They'd be pissing off a legitimate business with connections in every corner of the colony, that's what.
In that case, how about another round?
Ich muss dazugeben, ich habe das Spiel nie auf Deutsch mir angehört. Das heißt, ich habe gar keine Ahnung. Aber ich finde den Kleidungsstil so cool, weil das einfach es hat so viel von Firefly. Das ist einfach nice. Genau, also auch wie sie hier angezogen ist. Warte, was habe ich denn an? Genau, ich habe ja auch diesen eher so Swagger-Anzug. Das Ding ist also, was nicht, das Spiel ist gerade eigentlich zu einfach. Also wir könnten auch hier ordentliche Rüstung anziehen, aber das ist meistens Bums. Ich kann auch sowas hier anziehen. Das ist das, was Neo kann halt tatsächlich. Ja. Oder halt richtige Rüstung. Aber es ist viel witziger, sowas einfach zu sehen. So, dann reden wir mal mit Eleonora.
You don't look like one of the salvagers, no? Don't really seem like the type. You've got the look of someone who's traveled far to get here and whose journey is far from over.
Und hallo Lex, schön, dass du da bist. Wie geht's dir? So. Genau, sie ist schon im Bett, gerade noch ein Raid dagelassen. Das heißt, ihr dürft jetzt hier bei mir sein. You gotta look at someone who's... yeah. What makes you say that?
Confidence. The scavengers around here, they're faking it. You're the real deal. I don't know if you're bound for the old ruins, but in case you are, can you look into something? I'd do it myself, but of course, the Marauders would eat me alive.
Well, that would be bad. Depends on what you need. Und dann schlaf du auch gut. Traum schönes Halitus.
Looking for something out there. Been paying Sublight to help me, but they haven't made much progress.
Okay. This something must be valuable.
It is to me, but apparently it's junk to Sublight. My husband and I worked on Gorgon during the good times. Jerome was on maintenance duty. I cleaned out test tubes till they sparkled.
What were you doing? Where's Jerome now?
Nowhere good, that's for sure. In his final hours, Gorgon was a war zone. Violence broke out in the labs. The hills were full of marauders. You couldn't take a leisurely stroll without an armed escort. When the order came through to evacuate, non-essential personnel drew a lottery to see who would board the first wave of ships. Jerome won. I lost. As soon as I wasn't looking, Jerome switched our tickets and pushed me to the front of the line. I got to leave. Jerome stayed behind. I never saw him again.
Wow, okay, das ist bad. It was very noble of him.
That Jerome always chose the right thing, even when it got him killed. This place is greedy. Took my Jerome, and it would have taken me too. I just want one thing back. His old hip flask. I gave it to him the day we signed our marriage contract, and he carried it wherever he went. I know it's still here.
What do you think will happen to Jerome?
No point in denying it. He died on this rock. Likely torn apart by marauders, unless he took care of himself on his own terms. I don't like to imagine what happened, but I know I have to accept it.
If I came across anything, I'll let you know.
I appreciate it, stranger. I don't expect you to move the stars. Just keep an eye out, and think of me from time to time.
Oh well. Oh well.
I don't have much, but if you help me, there's a little set aside for the occasion. Jerome used to drink with his buddies in a small kitchen opposite the maintenance shed. Might be a good place to check first.
Will do. So, genau. Außerdem, wie ihr sehen könnt, im Chat geht jetzt gerade wieder die Arena los. Das heißt, für die nächsten 3 Minuten könnt ihr Ausrufezeichen Fight in den Chat reinschreiben und an der Streambeans Arena teilnehmen.
Yeah?
Did you know Lockie Montoya?
That old flirt? Yeah. I let him buy me a drink or two. He talked my ear off about exciting jobs he'd done. All lies, I'm sure. He fell asleep with his head on my shoulder. That man had baggage like you wouldn't believe. I didn't think anyone could be lonelier than me.
Was he depressed?
He put on quite a front, but I think he was weary. Like he'd seen too much and had too little to show for it. Guess we were kindred spirits in a way.
Did you mention anything about the Gorgon research facility?
He bragged about having the key to some sort of maintenance area in one of the old buildings. I never saw it, so I just assumed he was talking himself up. He also asked if I wanted to see something gross and slimy he kept in his room, but I declined, politely.
Das ist nicht... Also, come on. Wenn euch ein Typ in der Bar anspricht und sagt so, hey, willst du mal was ekelhaftes, Schleimiges sehen? Ich hab's in meinem Zimmer. Dann ist doch die erste Reaktion von allen, oder hier so ein, oh, fuck yeah. Zeig mir das schleimige, eklige Ding, das du in deinem Zimmer hast. Well, lucky wasn't very lucky at all. That's all. Thank you for your time.
Sure thing. My condolences if you two were close.
No. So, tell me about your time on Gorgon.
The lab coats kept quiet about the project, but the air was charged with excitement. You could feel it wherever you went. They wanted to change the world. A tenfold boost to worker productivity with no side effects? Who wouldn't salivate at the thought? I don't know what went wrong, but when the shit hit the fan, it sprayed everyone in its path, including me.
Doesn't sound so good. Be seeing you. Okay. Okay, das war Leonora. Mal schauen, wer hier noch so rumeiert. Bist du? Auch noch so ein normaler Gambler.
Huh, who's this now? Wonder if they could... Nah, who am I kidding?
Mehr von den Sprites. Okay. Können wir nicht so draufspringen? Ah, doch, können wir. Duckend. Ja, so geht's. Smuggler's Note. Sullivan, you were right about this place. I got a lead on some pricey merchandise and all I had to do was put my ear in the ground. Apparently there's a mine shaft down the road, past human inquiry and auditing, and due east. Used to be an old jet job, but no one goes there anymore. Wonder why. Would be dangerous, but what kind of scoundrel would I be if I let the goods sit there unappreciated? Come and join me when you read this. I won't wait for you, but I'll bet there's more loot than I can carry by myself. Signed, Jenna. Was wollen ja alle wetten, dass er dabei umgekommen ist? Oder noch besser, hintergangen wurde. Okay. So, nothing in there.
You took one down!
Awesome. Elitige Ratten.
Someone's in here. Oh, lol. It's coming back up again.
Okay. Viel Spaß beim Kotzen. Aber das Gute ist, wenn du jetzt mal fertig bist mit Kotzen, kannst du einfach dich in die Dusche stellen und dich wieder abwaschen. Patrons.
Adrenatime, I think. I found some in an old busted crate.
You're just gonna take some drug you found in the garbage?
It's not some drug. It's adrenatime.
I don't see a label.
If it wasn't safe, it wouldn't be in a syringe.
I can't argue with that.
Voll logisch. Na, wenn ihr Drogen irgendwo findet, schaut, dass sie in der Spritze sind, weil dann ist es safe. Definitiv. Okay, dann lesen wir mal die Case Notes. Ein bisschen schade, dass wir immer noch zu wenig Dings dafür haben. Okay, so let's read. It's Lucky's case notes. Day 1. Spacer's Choice may have left in a hurry, but they didn't forget to lock doors on their way out. Most of the facilities are sealed up tighter than a top runner's safe. Time to do some digging. Day 6. Called a break today. Met a scavenger who claims to be a salesman for Spacer's Choice. Sold me a key to the office of creative incubation. Let's just say this guy's about as lucid as a sprat in a Rizzo's factory, but I'm spending Minnie's bits, so I can't afford to take a chance. Day 7. It worked. Clarence mostly. Whoever you are, I'm drinking to you tonight. Day 10. Olivia Ambrose's office and journal are to be in the synthesis and manufacturing center. The bad news is it's sealed up and at the ass end of the canyon. The good news is that I should be able to open it from the Bigwig's admin terminal in OCI. Day 13. OCI scrolling with marauders, and I've got a few other leads to chase down. Could be nothing, but my gut tells me there's more to this place than a missing journal. Time to turn over a few rocks and see what crawls out. I'm leaving the OCI key in the safe. The combo is 4815. Okay, let's open this up, I guess. Ein Auge. Oh, okay. Oh,
You think they stick the preservative in before or after the eye comes out?
I really hope this ain't a sign of things to come.
Wunderbar. Safe. Several whiskeys and then a few bits short last night. Gave Lax the maintenance room key while I scrounge up what's owed. Now to self-pay up and get it back before you go back to OCI. Okay, examine. Room and board, the Sprat Shack, 350 bits. Ball Squares, 25 bits. OCI key in Anführungszeichen 100 bits. Ammunition, 50 bits. Stogie Slims, 200 bits. Glacial Age Whiskey, 500 bits. Wow. Teuer jetzt Leben. Theories and leads. Something strange in mines. Check it out. Note, stay out of mines. Murders Moon Man in the Canyon. Probably local legend. Cannons, yellow. Spaces local choice, yellow. Coincidence? No such thing. Okay. Persons of interest. Lots of buried bodies on Gorgon, but not many hatchets. Everyone had a grudge to bear and a finger to point. Lawrence Goodfellow oversaw Office of Creative Incubation, generally oblivious or playing dumb. Olivia Ambrose, project director, lead scientist, prickly perfectionist. Note, do not ask Minnie about her. Killed in evacuation. Lucian Bancroft, Spacer's Choice man, real top runner, few locked visits to Gorgon. Tensions with Ambrose. Okay. Maren Blakesley, supervisor of human inquiry and auditing. Nurse Steele, harder ice, etc. Disappeared when things fell apart. Jasper Lowe, head of ChemLab, exhibited increasingly erratic behavior in later years of project. Herbert St. Germain, he's a ghost, worked at one of the facilities, vanished suddenly, record scrubbed. Okay, lots and lots of people who are involved, I guess. And I can't open this up, which really sucks. Wir müssen also hoffen, dass wir noch irgendwie genügend XP bekommen. Oh. Damn it. Ist leider verpasst. Ah, verdammt, wir haben die Story verpasst. Genau, wir müssen jetzt hier noch mit dem Dings hier reden. Oh, und vielleicht noch dieses Spread killen. Vielleicht killen wir es. Matt, irgendwann. Oh. Da ist der Arm. Hi, Roscoe.
Holy shit, a fresh face. Haven't seen your like in years. Don't know what brought you to the most dangerous corner of this solar system, pal, but you're welcome here. Oh, you talked to Lex yet? She tell you to keep it civil? You wouldn't guess to talk to her, but that lady's got a mean left hook.
You've always got a lot of fifth fight here.
Me? Nah. Never been a pugilistic kind of guy. Did most of my fighting with a pen back when I did it at all. Nowadays, I just drink. At least Lex has got the good manners to let me do it for free.
Doctor, she mentioned you were some kind of journalist?
Some kind. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Got into reporting thinking I was gonna be some sort of public intellectual. What a joke. Spent 95% of my time playing stenographer to the board, and the rest writing puff pieces on the chairman's latest beard trim. Real life and death shit.
Whoa. You seem like you're having a rough time. Can I help you out?
If you're going back out there, do you think you'd be willing to do an old bastard a small favor?
Sure. Helping out old bastards is 80% of my job. What do you need?
Dr. Wells ain't that old, Captain.
Well, I've been trying to get away from this rock for 5 lobby-fucked years, but I can't stay gone.
Pavati is so cute. Why is that?
Told you I was a journalist, right? I was here on a story back when Project Gorgon was active. I was doing an interview series for Spacer's Choice. Recorded them all on these little portable phonographs. But when everything fell to shit, Spacer's Choice wouldn't let me leave. Terms of my reporting contract unmet, they said.
You hit them, and now you need to get me down. Get me down for you. That's so bad. That about cover it.
Right on the money. Look at me. I'm no fighter. I've never even touched a gun. But you're just the right amount of rough around the edges. Help me get my recordings back so I can finally get the hell out of here.
Why stash the recordings?
Someone had been trying to steal them since the day my assistant and I started interviewing. Couldn't even keep them in my safe. They always found a way in. So I took to hiding them all over the fucking asteroid. Thought I was so clever. What a fool I was.
You mentioned assistant. Where are they now?
Oh, Georgie? Yeah, she helped me with interviews. A real whiz with the portable recorder tech, too. When things got crazy, I shoved her onto the last ship off Gorgon. With any luck, she's safe and comfortable in Byzantium. She tried every which way to stay, but it was my contract keeping us here, not hers. Didn't seem fair she'd have to suffer just because I made a bad deal.
Why not just forget the contract and leave?
Oh, I've tried. Make no mistake. I've caught a couple of rides out with sublight folks, but the board's fixers always send me right back. And I'm not about to stand toe-to-toe with marauders just to fulfill a line item on a contract.
Hallo Falke, schön, dass du da bist. Wie geht's dir denn? It's a lucky day, Roscoe. I'll get those recordings for you.
No shit? That's downright civilized of you. All right. One of them I stash in the Office of Creative Incubation, in the projector room on the 3rd floor. I gave another to my friend Birdie to keep in her apartment, just outside OCI's upper entrance.
Why there?
Seems like a good idea at the time. Someone had started a fire, folks were shooting other folks. It was a madhouse.
Got it, next.
You'll find another in the chem lab. It's in the main lab storage room.
Ja, das. Du kannst natürlich auch Englisch reden hier. Deutsch geht auch. You ran all over Gorgon just to hide your recordings.
Didn't have much of a choice. The primals had gotten loose, couple of them were chasing me. The recordings just ended up wherever I hid.
Oh, alright, easy enough. The others?
The final one is in Human Inquiry and Auditing. It's tucked behind a pipe in Observation Room B.
The observation room? Wouldn't someone have seen you?
What with the test subjects running loose, the researchers were surprisingly unobservant.
Got it. I'll be back.
Strength to your sword arm, friend. And thank you.
Alrighty. By the way, could I make you happy with an...
Hey, there you are. Did you...
Can I ask you something?
Sure, I'm an open book.
What's the deal with Lucky Montoya?
Nice enough guy. Fashioned himself one of those professional gumshoes, like in the serials. They usually work for the board, rooting out dissidents and the like. Lucky, though, he was freelance. Worked for anyone who paid, no matter their allegiance. You ask me, I think the guy just likes snooping around in folks' terminal messages.
Lex sent me his arm in the mail. Did she tell you that?
No, but I'd wager Lex does a lot of weird shit she doesn't tell anyone about. That's the sublight way. Gotta say, though, mailing a stranger some dead guy's arm probably tops the list. At least I'd hope so.
I hope so too. So, den halben Abend der Serie auf Englisch geguckt und kann jetzt kaum noch deutsche Sätze formulieren. Ich kenne das Gefühl. Dieses Deutsch-Englisch-Switchen manchmal schwierig tatsächlich. Manchmal bleibe ich in Englisch hängen. Fokus sind wir gerade durch, ich bin mitten in der Einführungswoche, es ist sehr viel los, ich bin überbelastet. Fühl dich lieb geflauscht. Und das kriegst du hin. Das kriegst du alles hin. Keine Sorge. Hoffe, dass das Semester möglichst bald einem geregelten Ablauf folgt und ich wieder ein bisschen zuverlässig in Erholung komme. Das hoffe ich dir auch. Das wünsche ich dir sehr. Ah ja. Weltgrad. Yay, Flausch. Oh. Würde ich gerade jetzt wirklich gerne einen Namen nehmen. Das wäre super. Das fände ich gerade sehr super. Did Lucky tell you anything about his investigation?
Next to nothing. He preferred to keep a tight lid on things. More dramatic that way. Not that he needed to keep secrets. Folks down here don't give two shits about anything but bits and beer.
Come on, I bet he loved showing off for a sharp guy like you.
Been a long time since someone tried to butter me up. Can't say I hate it. So sometimes Lucky'd get deep in his cups and start going on about the ghost of Gorgon. But I didn't think anything of it. Guy also liked to say he could pop the cyst off a cysty pig at 100 paces with his eyes closed.
Okay. Ich hätte gerne physische Kiff. Ah, ja. Falke, feel you. Das würde ich würde gerade vieles drum geben, wenn wir das machen könnten. Und wenn es sicher wäre. Und ich würde fast schon viel drum geben, wenn es mir scheißegal wäre, ob es sicher wäre. Aber dafür bin ich nicht der Typ Mensch. Must have talked to a lot of staff here. What are they working on?
Adrenatime. I'm sure you know it. Was a drug, something to make folks work harder, work smarter. Had a lot of nasty side effects. Didn't seem so bad to me at the time, but then I hadn't met the test subjects yet. The whole thing was real hush-hush. A lot of worry about corporate spies, especially from Auntie Cleo's. I probably shouldn't even be mentioning it to you, to be honest. Spacer's Choice, they're really not fond of spies.
Who is it?
Fair point. Not even spies like spies.
What do you know about the senior researchers?
Not much, except that there was a whole gaggle of them, and so far as I could tell, they absolutely hated each other. Dr. Ambrose would hardly let me speak to any of them, but she complained about him all the time.
What did she complain about?
Everything, seemed like. Marion Blakesley, for example, lady who ran HIA, wouldn't return any of her messages. Not once, for years. Jasper Lowe, guy who headed up Chem, was high more than he was sober. He insisted on running special tests on primals, too. Law knows what for.
Das ist sehr gut an Katzenauge. Das Ding ist, auf der KIF, die Konferenz der Informatikfachschaften, hatten wir das halt echt ganz oft, dass einfach irgendwo sich Flauschhaufen gebildet haben. Ganz viele Leute irgendwo einfach angefangen haben miteinander zu kuscheln und sich dann andere Leute dazu und drauf und daneben gelegt haben. War super nice. Das ist... ja. Anyone else?
Dr. Ambrose really had it out for this guy Lawrence Goodfellow. Ran OCI. Would lose his shit if he saw red on a schedule. By the end, I heard folks were turning in completely bunk progress reports just to keep him out of their hair. Had this little minion, too. An actuary named Clarence Mosley. Obsessed with quantifying every detail of his sad little life. Mosley was the guy who got me mixed up in all this. Asshole. I hope a primal ate him.
Well, I think I have his eye, so, yeah. At least something bad happened to him. So there was tension between the researchers.
Oh yeah, it wasn't just that Dr. Ambrose hated them. They seemed to hate each other too. OCI pushed a ludicrous schedule. Chem made a bad product, and HIA returned garbage results. A regular merry-go-round of shit flying in every direction. It's no surprise it all fell apart.
So, corporate life in Halcyon.
Mister, I'm not about to tell you how to do your job, but I ain't think that metaphor's fit to print.
Editor always did say my prose was a bit purple. Or brown, in this case.
Ach ja. Ich war vor kurzem 14 Tage in Kanada. Meine Frau hat C. Hat C? Ah, okay. Dude, ey. Ich wünsche euch beiden viel Glück und eine schnelle Genesung. Das ist krass.
Frenetic, chaotic, vicious, take your pick. I wasn't here at the start, but going off what folks told me about the early days, Gorgon started out with promise. The board's best and brightest were excited to work here, said it was a good posting. The project director had a vision and big, bold ideas.
The best and brightest should got a lot of people killed.
As long as the board gets their bits, that's just the cost of doing business. Thing is, the schedules coming out of the corporate office were unrealistic from the get-go, and they were trying to do the project on a shoestring budget. Couple that with the obvious personnel problems and toxic junk in the product, it was only a matter of time before it all went to hell.
How did Marauders enter the picture?
Sprat Shack legend has it they crawled out of the mines one day. Heard one fella suggest they might even be aliens.
What do you think?
I think Halcyon wants us dead. Look at Monarch. The planet's pure poison. Folks can't eat the food that grows on Terra 2 without getting sick. Who's to say it's not something in the dirt or the water? I don't have proof, mind. It's just a hunch.
Ja. Gorgon's a ruin now. We'll send it over the edge.
Shit, any number of things. Fire, primals, sabotage. It didn't happen all at once, but it happened fast enough folks couldn't respond in time. Now, if you're asking how it all kicked off, might have been spies that did it. Corporate espionage, you know. Anti-Cleos. I never did figure it out. Not about to try now.
Okay.
Not a problem. Of course, I won't.
So, das heißt, jetzt haben wir alle. Ich hatte eigentlich gehofft, dass der mir sagt so, dass er Bock hat auf die Aufnahmen. Weil ich habe nämlich eine Voice-Aufnahme von DM. Wo finde ich das dann? Irgendwo gibt es habe ich jetzt eine Voice-Aufnahme von Georgie und ihm. Und ich glaube, das Ding ist, ich würde gerne rausfinden, auch wenn wir nach Byzantium fliegen, ob wir Georgie dort finden können. Das fände ich super spannend. Danke euch. Geht langsam wieder bergauf. Sie muss nicht mehr beatmet werden. Mal schauen, was kommt. Ey, ich drücke euch beiden die Daumen.
I've eaten my fair share of Terrawise, but I'm still gonna come out and say it. This mission is gross.
You think this place we're headed will tell us more about Gorgon? I wonder what they got up to here.
Okay. Spread. Dead. So, wisst ihr was? Bevor wir weitergehen, will ich jetzt hier nochmal speichern. Und dann will ich rausfinden, was passiert, wenn ich hier die Bill bezahle. Bringt das was?
This unit is a friend to all debtors. You have an unpaid.
Okay, nein. Das ist einfach
This unit reminds you that death is a prison without doors.
Wo ich frage mich. Nee, diese Türe öffnet sich nicht, weil es steht nicht dran sealed, sondern das ist halt wirklich. Die ist nicht offen, die gibt's nicht. Das ist keine echte Türe. Dann springen wir nochmal hier runter. Und springen hier rüber. Aber was, du lebst wieder. Ihr lebt ja alle wieder. So, Spezialfähigkeit. Ausgenockt.
Nice hit! Libations on me, folks!
So, da war doch was. Ach verdammt, ich hätte jetzt in dem kurz da drüben mal den ganzen Shoot verkaufen können. Haben wir irgendwo... irgendwelchen Stuff habe ich da jetzt wieder nicht aufgesammelt. Egal. Ist hier doch bestimmt irgendwo ein Shop, wo ich mein Shit wieder loswerden kann. Da vorne. Wir haben jetzt so viel Krempel wieder dabei. Ja, weg damit, weg damit. Overheat. Das kann man sogar behalten. Was ist das? Heavy Weapons. Okay. Rüstungstechnisch. Oh, wait. Das ist bessere Rüstung? Warte mal. So. Okay, das gehört uns 77. Und das gibt uns nur 53, was? Okay. Okay, der ist Bull. Der ist Bull. Aber das ist gut. Das brauchen wir nicht. Auch nicht. Auch nicht. Auch nicht. Auch nicht. Auch nicht, nee. Den Moonman Helmet brauchen wir auch nicht. Genau, stattdessen können wir eine von diesen Rüstungen verkaufen. Ich nehme einfach mal die hier. Und eine von diesen Helmen. Okay. Ist was von Liebe bei mir. Allein diese ganz Kleinigkeiten erinnern mich sowas an Fallout 4. Ich habe leider nie den New Vegas Teil gespielt. Das ist ja auch der quasi gedankliche Vorgänger von dem hier. Weil die Entwickler von Fallout New Vegas haben ja hier die Outer Worlds gemacht, ne? Das war ja auch Obsidian. Ich bin ja gespannt, ob wir irgendwann noch ein Outer Worlds 2 bekommen. Ich glaube aber nicht, weil das... Ich meine, die Geschichte hier ist eigentlich schon so ein bisschen durcherzählt. Die DLCs, klar, funktionieren noch, aber so ein echter zweiter Teil. Weil die DLCs spielen ja zwischen dem Anfang und dem Ende von The Outer Worlds. Das finde ich auch ein bisschen dumm. Oder ein bisschen schade, dass man nicht, nachdem man das Ende gespielt hat, nochmal weitermachen darf. Sondern dass man wirklich dann, das ist das Ende von The Outer Worlds. So. Aber ich bin definitiv gespannt auf, was da noch so kommt hier. Sure, let me steal this from you. And this. And this. Du bist tot. Ganz viel Krempel von dir. So, Krempel von hier. Genau, und ich liebe auch diese ganzen Interaktionen
Now it really feels like home.
von den...
Are all these marauders former townsfolk?
Genau, von den Companions, die immer wieder irgendwas sagen und reinsprechen. Das finde ich super cool. Haben wir denn Marauders überhaupt? Da unten vermutlich? Seltsam. Von welchen Marauder habt ihr gerade gesprochen? Na egal, werden wir rausfinden.
Nice work.
Okay, da können wir rein, das heißt, das können wir gleich looten. Alles mitnehmen hier. Jerome's journal. Day 0. Ship just left. Law blasted for getting Leonora off this blasted rock. Etheridge called me a fool for giving her my ticket, but Etheridge is a dumbass. So what does he know? I'd do it again in a second. From now on, my only goal is survival until Space's choice comes back for the rest of us. Leonora, my heart, I will find my way home to you. Day 1. Some of us sheltered in the mines last night, taking turns keeping watch. I don't care to imagine what happened to the others who aren't here. I can hear a marauder screaming in hills. Day 2, used a little adrenaline time today, not much, just enough to stay alert. Lucky I did, or we wouldn't have heard those mantisaurs coming in time to get the hell out of there. Going to search out a different cabin to shelter tomorrow. Day 3, mine's not safe. Lord damn it, shouldn't have gone in there in the first place. I think we were exposed to something in the air maybe. Day 5, most of us made it over to the apartments. We're packed in here like Saltuna. For now. Hopefully we can get a few more units barricaded and seal them up tight. Make them safe so we can spread out a little more. Day 6, I went by Eleonora's in my old apartment while hunting for supplies and stashed the flask she gave me on the day she signed our marriage contract. Just in case something happens and she comes looking. Maybe she'll find it, and even if she doesn't find, well, that's if some shiftless loser doesn't find it first. Day 7. Carson's been shot with everyone today. Carson, most days you could drop a flange wrench on her foot and the woman would apologize for being in the way. But for a minute there, I really thought she was going to stab Simon. Oh, Carson been shot with everyone today. Okay, sie hat niemanden erschossen. Sie wurde auch nicht erschossen. Okay. Day 8. Ambushed by marauders in the night. Had to use adrenal time again to keep awake. Sorry, El, I didn't have much choice. Even with the adrenal time, I almost can't believe I outlasted them. Next time, maybe best not to think about next time. Day 15. Starting to think we're spaced, but can't think like that. Gotta Gonna get back to you, Leonora, I swear. I miss you like breathing. Low in adrenal time. Gonna go look for more. Elle, just gotta get back to Elle. Etheridge stole my mock apple, that void forsaken sprat sack. Wanted to unzip his arms off and beat him with them. I could do it. He sleeps so weak, so stupid. Stupid Etheridge. When the system is Space's choice, where are those blasted ships they promised they'd send for us? Did they forget we're here? Makes men wonder. All my loyalty, and for that, only loyal to Elle now. Maybe they abandoned us. It's on purpose. I know it. On purpose. They left us here to die. They left us here to die. If Everett steals what more again, I'll end him. They, whatever. L. They, something. How long does it take to send help? How long? Come back and face us, you cowards. Face us, cowards. They, later? I feel sick. Just trying to pictures I can't face anymore. Forgive me, Elle. Etheridge dead. Deserved it. Odd day. Elle. Wow, okay. The descent into madness. Seems he... Well... Na, es ist ja normal, dass das leider passiert. Also ich glaube, wenn ich auf so einem Planeten gefangen wäre... Ja. Da könnte man schon so ein bisschen wahnsinnig werden. Nicht nur so ein bisschen. Ja, guck mal, hier ist eine Tür. A most useless door, but well. Aber wenn wir eine nutzlose Tür genutzt haben, heißt es dann, sie ist nicht mehr nutzlos? Oder sagt das mehr über uns aus? Was ist das? Letters from Edgewater 103. Dear Cousin Dan, Reed Thompson started doling out Adrena time to select a few of us, and guess who got his hands on the first batch? Isn't that the jock you're working on? I had my dotage this morning and worked straight through lunch. The guy who cleans Saltoon across from me is pulling his second shift, and now he's due for a 2-bit raise. You should see what he can do with a scaling knife. Don't forget to write back. Maybe you get me the Moonman's autograph when you've got a minute to spare. Okay, ja, Edgewater. Reed Thompson war der Typ, den wir umgebracht haben am Ende dann, glaube ich. Er fand nämlich gar nicht so gut, was wir so getan haben. So. A letter to our three. Dear Cousin Dan, Adrena Time really loves you wanting more, doesn't it? We got through the first batch fast, but lo and behold, Reed gave us more. In recognition of our exemplary work ethic and unwavering brand loyalty. How about that? Still no letter from you? I've been feeling a tad queasy lately, but I'm sure a little Adrena Time is just what I need to shake it off. Write me back. How are the sunsets on Gorgon? Do you get sunsets? Okay, and brief number 3. Reed stopped giving out his stuff. Lord damn it, if I can't get Adrena Time from him, that makes you my only source. Don't you fucking string me along. Can't work, can't sleep, can't even think straight. Give it over. Send me everything you've got now. Please? Also, are they hiring? Okay. Ja, Personen werden dezent mad wegen diesem Shit. Okay. Hier ein bisschen Bits, was rumliegt. Wurden Leute anscheinend aus ihrer Wohnung rausgeworfen. Also, ich muss schon sagen, gerade hier ist, also in dem Spiel ist so vieles eine herrliche Parodie oder eine krasse Parodie einfach von dem, was unser Leben ist. Gerade das hier, wo Leute rausgeschmissen wurden aus der Wohnung, während irgendwie Welt untergeht. Engraving reads, Jerome, cheers to be the beginning of forever. Love, Leonora. Smells of decent whiskey, cheap cologne and old cigarettes. Okay. Das heißt, wir haben Leonoras Quest jetzt hier erfüllt. Das heißt, wir könnten eigentlich kurz auch wieder zurückgehen. schnell reisen. Bist du mad? Das ist Champion.
This is my second month on Adrenatime. It's like the color came back. Like I was tuned to the wrong band all this time, and now the static's gone. I'm finally clear-headed, focused. There's so much I'm excited to do. I feel like me again. Side effects? I guess I've noticed people staring at me a lot more lately. Hard to talk to them sometimes. Feels like they don't get it. Maybe they just don't trust it. Or maybe they don't trust me.
Okay. Crazy people. Warte mal, wir können auch einfach Schnellreisesystem kurz nutzen. Accept. So.
Don't you worry, Mr. Lucky Spirit. We're gonna finish your work and put you to rest, good and proper.
Whatever's out here, it better be worth carrying around a man's eyeball.
Well, I have an eyeball and an arm, so I don't know. Dann schlaf du gut, Falke. Träum was Schönes und ich hoffe, du hast eine Hose in der Nacht und viel Erfolg morgen, was auch immer du anpackst. Genau. Ein gutes Gelingen. Und wenn es nicht gelingt, auch nicht schlimm. Bist dann morgen aufgewacht und das ist alles, was zählt. So. Leonora. Hi, dude.
You find anything out there, you let me know. I'm ready to get off this rock.
Well, I have something for you. What brings it?
Looking for some... Well put. My husband and I...
Anything juicy about Project Gorgon?
That was above my pay grade. But it didn't take a genius to figure out the higher-ups were working on something big. Months after I got out, I saw the advertisements for Adrenatime. I just knew. This is it, Leonora. It was all for this.
Danke, Falke. Und hallo, Exe. Schön, dass du da bist. Wie geht's denn?
Getting the hell off. In his final hours, when the order came through to as soon as I wasn't looking. Broke. This place is greedy. I
think I found what you're looking for.
That's it, all right. Law. Still smells like his whiskey, his cigarettes, and that awful cologne he bathed in every morning. Here. I saved up for this just in case I needed to go out into the ruins myself. Truth be told, I'm glad I never had to use it. You didn't happen to find anything else out there, did you?
Ich kann sie anlügen, damit sie ihren Frieden hat. Found Jerome. It looks like he died peacefully.
Good. I should have been there for him, but I suppose he wanted to be alone in the end. Thank you for the flask. Jerome and I were supposed to live and die together, but sometimes fate has other plans. Time for me to get off this rock. Memories hang around here like a bad smell, and I could use some fresh air.
This is what he wanted. Go live your life.
That was a real kind thing you did, Captain. Maybe not what I would have wanted, but it looks to be what she needed.
I don't know, Cap. I hope she'll find some peace in this, but sometimes it's better to know the truth and deal with it.
Yep, I know. And I chose this. Was hättet ihr denn ausgewählt? Hättet ihr... Also wir haben ja vorhin das Journal gefunden. Und da stand halt klar drin, so okay, er ist wahnsinnig geworden. Und hat dann auch Leute umgebracht. Und meine Frage an euch wäre, hättet ihr sie angelogen und hättet ihr die Wahrheit gesagt? Weil jetzt hat sie mehr Frieden dadurch. Ja. Wir haben ihr jetzt nicht gesagt, so, ja, er wurde verrückt in seinen letzten Stunden, hat dann Leute umgebracht, sondern wir haben ihr einfach gesagt, so, ja, hey, friedvoll gestorben. So. So, das Ding ist jetzt, okay, das hier ist die Karte von dem. Wir müssen hier hin und wir waren jetzt da. Das heißt, wenn wir da jetzt wieder schneller hinreisen. Das ist verständlich, die Wahrheit zu sagen. Die Wahrheit. Was, wo bin ich jetzt hier gelandet? Was? Ah, okay. Da. Hier waren wir eigentlich. Verdammt, das ist Adrena Time. Überall Adrena Time halt. Hast du die Leute kaputt gemacht hier? Ja, also die Wahrheit. Wie Naoki gesagt hat, die Wahrheit kann halt schon auch gut sein, weil dann kann man mit dem, was ist, dealen und dann damit zurechtkommen. Die Frage, die ich mir jetzt in dem Moment, also, what the shit, man. In dem Moment halt gestellt habe. Ich meine, es ist eigentlich egal, ob sie die Wahrheit weiß oder nicht. Es bringt ihr nicht mehr, wenn sie jetzt weiß, okay, er ist wahnsinnig geworden. Es bringt ihr Kummer, allerhöchstens. Und deswegen fand ich es okay, sie da anzulügen. Sonst wäre sie einfach noch mehr beschwert von diesem Wissen. So. Warte mal, in welche Richtung müssen wir jetzt eigentlich? Wir müssen geradeaus. Und wir waren hier aber noch nicht. So. Logs. Quitting time. We've been through a lot together, old friends, but they're just glad at the evacuation order. Guess that's the end of Gorgon. For the record, you're my favourite comms tower in the whole system. I'll never forget you. Signed, Technician number 13, junior grade. Well, shit. Fancy seeing me here. The last escape shuttle left a few of us in its dust. Never seen anyone left off in such a hurry. We scatter like roaches. It's every man and woman for themselves now. You're still up and running, aren't you? Looks like there's only one employee left with the tracker flipped on. What a rube. Signing off for good this time. You take care of yourself, comms tower. Don't forget to stand up straight like I taught you. Best, Technician number 13, junior grade. Witzig. Herr Excel, was hattest du gemacht? Also, falls du noch da bist. Hättest du sie angelogen? Oder hättest du ihr die Wahrheit gesagt? So viele Gina, ja, das gibt's nicht. So. Mhm.
And we're stalking.
Ah ja, right. Ich erinnere mich gerade. Ich glaube, Nyoka könnte doch jetzt mal diese hier, die Overheat, bekommen. Have fun. Und du hier könntest eigentlich mal die Medal of Honor bekommen. Genau, was habe ich denn? Ich habe das hier. Ich speichere mal.
Here we go.
Nice one! Everyone all right?
Ich weiß nicht, ob ich mit der Waffe glücklich bin. Pavati, lass doch mal tauschen. Du kriegst dafür die hier. Räusper, Räusper. Und ich nehme dafür die hier. Achso, warte mal, ist das Scharfschützengewehr? Das kann natürlich sein. So. Ja, dann weg hier mit. Alles mitnehmen. Dealer Stash. Oh. Das sieht interessant aus. Stash Keycard. Das ist Frieda, die da tot da liegt. Ist die Frage, wo finden wir Access zu Friedas Stuff? Kommen wir hier hin? Achso, von hier kamen wir. Okay. So, da haben wir uns mal die Füße nicht gebrochen. Das finde ich durchaus praktisch. Sie ziehen nicht mehr weiter.
A lot of the equipment here is still in good shape. Wouldn't go amiss in Edgewater.
I see Monarch ain't the only pet project the board's willing to abandon.
Yep. Überall nur abandoned shit.
I wish I could do that.
So. Crackshot. Berserker. Sind nicht so viele Leute. Crackshot.
To shreds, you say? Got it.
Here goes nothing.
So, nehmen wir euch beide mal aus.
Be careful.
Okay, ich sehe nichts. Aber gut. Und danke Katzen auch. Okay, dass du da warst. Schlaf gut. Traum was Schönes, ne? Oh. Wow, okay. Das war jetzt schnell. Was ist es? Da ist es gut, oder ist es?
This will be fun.
Nice one.
So, nächster Berserker. Kommen wir zu schnell zu nah.
Covering you.
Which I do not like.
I see a nail. Rule cap.
Nothing like a good tussle.
Okay. So. Ja, das Ding ist, irgendwie, trotz allem, ist unsere Charged Up Plasma Rifle immer noch die beste Waffe. Das ist ein wenig schade. Aber ja, so ist das halt. Uff. Oh. Hallo Lee. Wie geht's denn? Hast du gut geschlafen? Nach gestern. Und vor allem hast du lang geschlafen, ist die andere Frage. Ich habe ja nicht lang geschlafen. Das ist ein bisschen doof gewesen.
Nicely done.
Bis 16 Uhr, das ist lang. Ja, für die Leute, die jetzt noch da sind. Ausrufezeichen. Wow, okay. Ausrufezeichen Arena. Ausrufezeichen Fight könnt ihr schreiben, damit ihr an Arena teilnehmen könnt. So, das mache ich jetzt auch nämlich kurz nochmal. Okay, das ist das. Haben wir eigentlich alle? Ja? Ja. Haben wir alle. Keine Ahnung, wo wir da hinfahren. Wohin fahren wir da? Ach so. Da machen wir jetzt einen Shortcut zu unserer Landebase. Employers' rights under the Revised Labor Standards Act, wage determined by merit of your work. Overtime will result in higher pay if the quality of said work is considered exemplary. Your employer has the right to dock your pay should you damage any facilities or equipment if it is your responsibility, not your employees, to avoid workplace hazard. Housing Colony Department of Labor. Ah, ist das nicht schön? So eine gerechte Aufteilung von Responsibilities. Überall diese Marauders. So. Das mitnehmen. So. Genau, damit fahren diese Schilder nämlich hier runter. Und damit haben wir jetzt den kurzen Weg hier rüber gefunden. Sehr, sehr gut, weil dann können wir jetzt kurz mal Shit verkaufen. Ich weiß mit, aber der Kopfschmerz um 11 Waren habe ich nochmal umgedreht. Ja, okay. Das hört sich nicht so geil an. Okay, wir haben hier einen 53er Helm, den können wir auf jeden Fall verkaufen, weil wir haben hier 89, 62, aber wir können... Oh ne, wir brauchen ja drei Helme. Wir haben hier 4. Hier, der 62 können wir verkaufen. Rüstungstechnisch sind wir hier bei 67, 77 und 84. Das heißt, der 62er, der kann auch gehen. So. Okay. Das... Ah, shit, wir haben aber trotzdem 218 Gewicht. Das heißt, irgendwie müssen wir noch mehr verkaufen. Keine Ahnung, was... vermutlich den ganzen Shit, den wir hier mitgenommen haben. Die ganzen Drinks da... Ich meine, wir haben so viel von diesem Drecksalkohol. Spectrum Wodka. 80 Stück davon schleppen wir rum. Kein Wunder, sind wir zu schwer für diese Welt. Also viel von den Sachen, die hier unterwegs sind, sind so. Brauche ich nicht. Okay. Mhm. Auch nicht. Boxspeed brauchen wir auch nicht. Cold Armor, nee. Hunter auch nicht. Okay. Mal wieder so ein bisschen runterkommen von unserem... Ach so, und dann haben wir noch ganz viele Waffen. Ich habe mich schon gewundert, so, warte mal. Warum haben wir denn eigentlich immer noch so viel Shit? Und dann so, ah ja, genau. Da war ja was. Wir haben drecks viele Waffen. Okay. So, genau, jetzt sind wir bei 151 Gewicht. Das ist schon sehr viel besser. So. Und Gratulation Egelchen zum Gewinn in der Arena. So, jetzt könnte man diesen Weg hier lang gehen. Und mal mehr so Richtung Questziel zu gehen. Und das Ding ist, einerseits bin ich voll versucht, das jetzt hier durchzuziehen. Es soll anscheinend hier 8 Stunden Content geben. So grob wie halt auf Monarch. Auf Monarch habe ich auch Ewigkeiten gebraucht, deswegen weiß ich nicht, ob ich da so wirklich das so jetzt riskieren sollte, das auf einmal zu machen. By the way, ich habe noch keine Mantisaurs gesehen. Das irritiert mich ein wenig, muss ich zugeben. Noch keinen einzigen. Oh, da ist ein Toter. Wait. Oh, das sind andere. Das sind ein bisschen andere. Frostsaw. Okay. Okay, wohin geht's da? Da geht's in eine Sackgasse.
What did Stellar Bay's engineer name your cannon machine?
I don't rightly know. That'd have been Guster, I think? I'd ask him, but he fell in the machine once, so... Could call it Guster's Demise, or the Guster Crusher? Ooh, that's got a ring to it.
Forget I asked.
Good score, Cap!
Okay. So, aber wisst ihr was? Wir werden stattdessen an dieser Stelle Schluss machen. Ich weiß, es ist total schade, dass wir jetzt schon so früh Schluss machen, aber andererseits haben wir jetzt hier auch schon wieder 3 Stunden lang gespielt und sind jetzt wieder bei 21 angekommen. Von daher weiß gar nicht, ob ich das so für unspät halten soll. Auf jeden Fall. Hat echt Spaß gemacht, wieder hier reinzuschauen. Ich werde das auf jeden Fall durchspielen. Die Frage ist, ob ich das im Stream machen werde, weil wir haben eigentlich gerade viel zu viele Story-Games hier, die wir das ist ein bisschen dann schwierig zu sagen, okay, dann lass mal hier noch ein weiteres Dings dazu nehmen, auch wenn dieses hier ein super Spiel wäre. 13 Geister oder so rein. Ah, Film oder was? Genau, ich habe außerdem nicht so viel gepennt, deswegen ist es auch noch viel besser, wenn ich jetzt dann nicht so noch länger wach bleibe. Ich werde jetzt was essen, weil ich habe Hunger. Und genau. Wir werden Vanity Rain, den kennt ihr vielleicht noch von vorhin, wenn ihr noch von Anfang an dabei wart. Da haben wir ja gemeinsam mit dem Dwarfheim gespielt. Kommt noch gerne mit, sagt ihm noch Hallo. Und dann schlaft ihr auch gut drüber. Schönes am Mittwoch. Nee, am Freitag sehen wir uns wieder. Und zwar wieder mit Mafia 1 und The Witcher. Ich freue mich schon drauf. Bis bald. Ciao.
Congratulations, you have slain a god!
Okay. Well. Wenn sie uns das geben wollen, meinetwegen,
Hi, das ist die Jenny. Das ist der Notaku. Und das haben wir jetzt gepostet unter dem Hashtag Notaku no Money.
Gerade besonders sich's gut, da trifft sich's gut. Also, ich bin chronisch pleite, falls ihr spenden möchtet. Ich habe hier eine Spendenbox. Spendet auch gerne über Twitch. Das ist, glaube ich, Twitch, ne? Wo wir gerade sind.
Haut einfach rein.
Haut rein,
das kommt dann zu Ihnen hier.
Ultra nett.
Und genau.
Ja, dann habe ich vielleicht was zu essen diesen Monat, ne? Das wäre schon ganz geil, hätte ich gesagt.
Jenny, dein erstes Mal zu schneiden, oder?
Ja, erstes Mal. Wir kamen so irgendwie auf das Gespräch, nachdem ich so halb die Tomaten zerdrückt habe mit dem Messer, dass ich ja unglaublich begabt bin.
Ja, da muss man dazu sagen, also Jenny ist so professionell, sie schneidet die Tomaten nicht, sondern sie drückt sie. Und sie hofft, dass die Tomaten von der Klinge Angst haben und sich einfach spalten.
Spalter.
Es wird auf jeden Fall ein spaßiger Abend.
Gut.